pieces that were left to die. Brought this building back with a healing hand.
We rehearsed for this record, which we haven't done for a few records. So we came in and we even demoed for this record, which we haven't done for a long time.
Like this record, I just think that everything's sort of getting more focused and honed in, you know? And stuff that we've kind of been toying with for the last 4 or 5 years is really starting to make sense.
Jim's written some really nice songs. There's a really beautiful ballad that will, you know, will do just as well as things like Bad Timing or Try. It's a really beautiful song. Greg's written some really cool, interesting songs. I think that we've got a really good album of a focus. The focus also is like, I think previous records have been, you know, we've had so many songs, 12 songs, 13 songs. It's not necessary, you know, 10 songs is enough. And that's the type of attitude we're taking for this record. 10 really good songs, nothing that can be considered a throwaway or a toss-off.
It can happen to you. It can happen to you. It can happen to you sometime when you least expect it. Down by the ones that you never suspected. All your bills come due. It can happen to you.
We're trying to make a more cohesive record. The last couple were kind of, you know, whatever was happening that time, you know, if Jim and Greg were sort of dwelling in a certain area in terms of songwriting, or that's just what we did. We didn't try to sort of like make it a unified whole. And it was just kind of the songs that got recorded with the songs that were lying around at the time. So this time we're deliberately trying to make something that hangs together as a whole, you know. And I mean, I can't really say, you know, it's not like we went and said, we're going to make this kind of a rural, urban, you know, country folk rock thing. You know, I mean, we haven't consciously decided it's going to sound like this. We're just letting it make itself.
We have 11 songs on tape, and it's important for me to kind of be like a fair parent, not pick favorites, but I have the things that I think came out the best.
We work very collaboratively with whoever co-produces with us. And so in her case, we're actually looking for her to say what she likes and what she responds to.
We had a very high batting average here, so we didn't have to recut anything, and we didn't have to really just struggle over anything. Everything just kind of came out. So, and this is a small amount of songs too. So I'm used to cutting 18 or 20 songs for a record. So right now I love them all. I'm like, wow, this is great and easy.
I walked you to the corner, stood beside the bus, and the tears rolled down our faces as the driver stared at us. A typical summer, that time of year when you go back to Toronto and I stay here. And I miss the way you wake up and the way that you sigh. And I miss the way you turn your head away when you cry. But I don't think this time will fly.
It's very inspiring when you play something and you listen to it back and it sounds better than you thought it would. And so it sort of elevates you a bit and makes you focus a little better because you realize the sounds are so good. You know.
There's a couple tracks that are obviously singles, which to my mind don't necessarily mean they're going to represent the record. They're going to be what we put out to the public to try and make them want to buy it.
I mean, we also open it up to our record company. We give them tapes, and then we have a meeting where everybody sits around, and they have to give us 3 choices. There are 3 choices, and basically we're not trying to look for. I think the science of singles is a little bit overanalyzed. I think, you know, we ask them to just give us the 3 songs they like.
All right, that was the current champion, Alanis Morissette. Bet I Would Be Good. Going for win number 3 tonight. Keep in mind, it's entirely up to you, my friend. The Challenger Blue Rodeo. Great new album coming out called Days in Between. The debut single, you are hearing it first. It's called Somebody Waits. It's on Mix It or Nix It from the Mix 99.9.
Now
Often the tracks that really represent a record to me are you know, the ones that never get played on the radio, but they're just an important part of the album as a whole, you know.
But a single, you want it to have you want it to make an impression on you right away. So that's all we try to do, just try to take a consensus of what songs people like.
Like, I think Sad Nights will probably be a single. And actually Sad Nights would be a nice representative of the record because it's beautiful and it's shows the band playing really well together, playing a really great song, and it does kind of capture, it's one of the softer songs on the record, but it still very much encapsulates the mood of the record.
Last days of summer, San Gennaro feast, bluegrass music hanging in the air and dancing in the streets. People on the corners and they stand beside the fires, and I'm watching from my window as the sparks go by. And somewhere there's a gunshot, people scatter everywhere. But it happens every day, so there's still laughter in the air. And as I lay down, I wish you were here. Here comes sad nights again. And here comes sad nights again. And here comes the sad